Alright, it's time to stop.
I don't think that piece is important.
It's time to start Gratcast. Stop playing with your little gun.
Little?
Where'd you get a real gun from anyway?
It's not real. It's a Hollywood gun. Has blanks in it.
It sure looks real.
No, check it out.
Yeah, feels real.
It's already cocked.
Looks like real bullets.
Careful, the safety's off. It's blanks.
All
See,
right.
it's blanks. Shit. Welcome, guest host Jhon Hoadley to Gratcast.
Hey, how you doing?
There's the bear. We're going to be talking about the bear in a second.
The bear in a second.
I gotta start this recording too. Okay. There's our microphone, John.
Right here. Hey, buddy.
Welcome to episode 20 of Gratcast. I think I've got everything going. It looks like we're framed up pretty good.
Pretty good, I suppose.
Pretty good. Pretty good. You can see us right. All the cameras, all the microphones are hearing everything we're doing. Okay.
Oh, look at all the responses. Yeah, everyone can see us.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job, Bear.
It's hot in here.
It's a good one today. Yeah.
We had to bring the fan in to cool off the Apple product that overheated and shut down on us 3 times in the last 2 minutes before showtime.
Way to go, Apple.
Fuck you, Apple.
Yeah.
Well, how did you end up here today?
The whole story?
Give me your version. It'll be more funnier, because you're a writer.
No, I suppose the truth, I don't know if it's just going to be funny, but I'm doing extra work. Like, this is what you mean, like from the beginning, yes?
Okay.
Or how did I end up in this?
If that's how
how
you
did I
like
end
to
up in
do
this
it.
moment? Should I go to my birth? Like, you don't want to go that far back.
Well, if we're going to make it that story, let's do a little bit more Gratcast whoring first.
That's why I'm asking.
Okay. Gotcha.
Let's...
What do you want to talk about? Joe Todaro and the Tod-Od cast, the new Tod-Od cast from Gratwick Films. It's on, I forget what day, is it Fridays? What day is it on?
I don't even know what today is. I couldn't help you on that.
Today is Monday. We missed yesterday because there was a big fight. There was a big fight on the front porch. And that was all preceded by a big fight earlier. But everything's sorted out, and things
there's no fighting now.
Things are just as good as we both thought they were.
No fighting right now.
Yeah, things are just as cool as everyone thought in the beginning.
Yeah.
There was just a slight misunderstanding that caused a lot of pressure. In our particular situation, it was just like letting out some steam. So I'm kind of glad it happened.
I think it needed to happen.
I do too.
I really do.
I do. And that's kind of how you ended up here today, because Kris and I took yesterday off and soaked in the pool. Oh, and we went to Universal and rode the Simpsons ride.
That's what he said. You just went to Universal and just rode the Simpsons ride and then came back?
We also went to the Flintstones restaurant for the Flintstones barbecue.
Did you get a Brontosaurus burger?
We got pulled pork sandwich and ribs and some crappy ass chips. Bear, shut up!
That's a common theme around here. Bear, shut up.
But yeah, I got a pulled pork sandwich and we got ribs and we split it, and then we went on the Simpsons ride, and then we stumbled back.
Yeah, I actually saw you stumble back. I came back with Tony. We were coming back.
Oh, that's right. You guys were parked out front.
Yeah. But that's all you did. You really just went there, rode the Simpsons ride, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then ate and left.
Yeah. Well, no, we ate, then rode the ride, then came back. And then by the time all that food we ate sank in, we'd ridden on the train back from Universal City. We were falling asleep on the train. We were so tired. But we came back and watched August. Kris met the director of...
Wasn't it Matt Vogel, I think it was, or Chris Vogel, maybe?
Ken
Ken Vogel?
Mr. Vogel's film, August. Some of you probably know what I'm talking about. I did not make it to Dead Flesh Fest on Saturday because I was repairing Serenity out in the driveway, fruitlessly I might add, because I'm no German mechanic.
Nine.
No. So I missed Dead Flesh Fest. Kris met this director, Vogel, who's a really big underground director, horror director from Pittsburgh, and we watched his first film last night, and it was brutal as all hell. Man, I'm gonna, you know what, entertain the camera, I gotta get this name right. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Excuse me.
I think it's, I want to say August, September, but that's ridiculous. We know it's not August, September. August 9th?
August Underground.
August Underground.
Penance.
What?
August Underground. Penance.
August Underground Penance.
Yeah.
It's vile.
Did you catch much of it?
I saw some of it. A little too much for me. I just kind of, not too much, but just that there was just, what's up? The bear.
There's the bear.
We'll be talking about him. I don't know. I don't necessarily need that over-the-top gore personally.
Yeah.
And when you see it, it's just like there's some pretty sick shit in it. Like there really is.
Yeah.
And I only caught a glimpse, and I was just like, I'm just gonna go back in my room and just do some more writing.
Whoever did the horror effects in that.
It looked great. It looked amazing, but
Wow.
And I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna be sick, but who's to say if I'd have continued watching? I could have been. I could have been just like, oh, I can't. Why do I do this to myself? So I just choose not to.
Right.
Delve down that road.
It's definitely vomit-inducing for the week of Constitution. So if you're one of those people, don't watch it. But if you want to know more about it, send us a message or something, because I'll get the facts straight and get the info to you if you want to know. I just can't do it right now.
Oh yeah, it's actually, if you're into the genre, you might as well see it. It's worth seeing. I'm just not just an overly huge fan, but I know there are a lot of fans who enjoy kind of that.
Yeah, this guy's got a huge underground following. Yeah.
That's what I heard.
So, and that's kind of what we're trying to do with the Perfect House, is we're trying to, shop it across the country on our own, so everybody can.
Which I personally think is a great idea.
Yeah.
I really do. It's tough to do. It's not an easy thing to do, obviously.
It's not easy.
Probably the toughest thing you've ever done in your life, I imagine. Business-wise.
But I love it.
But pioneers? I mean, it's tough to be a pioneer.
I like it. It's like being cowboys, gunslingers.
Lewis and Clark, if you want to go to it. It's
Yeah.
like, well, you didn't really want
Like
to be
Superman
Lewis and
and
Clark,
Lois
but you're
Lane.
of a different pioneering sort.
Lewis and sorry.
Lewis and comic book fan. Huge comic fan.
Same
If
here.
you can't see it, it's just off camera. The bear is licking himself, and he's about to fall. Okay. He's about to fall off the bed. Now he's leaving. Goodbye.
He's a dirty, savage beast. And next Sunday, July 3rd, live on Gratcast, right here, next Sunday. This coming Sunday.
This Sunday?
The bear, the savage bear, is going to blood wrestle the original John Dosey, Kris Holbert.
Wow. Now that sounds like a lot of fun. He's not just gonna. Is he just gonna wrestle him, or is there something?
I don't know. I know that those two make a lot of fucking, like they want each other's blood.
Oh yeah, Bear was outside training on his toy earlier today. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it's pretty good though.
Yeah. Well, anyway, watch the ad right here. Now we'll wait. Well, this is where Kris is gonna insert it later. Welcome to Thunderdome.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Live July 3rd on Gratcast, you will witness at 11 a.m. the bout of the century, where 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Thunderdome. That's right, man versus bear. The original John Dosey.
You're going down, Mama Bear. I'm taking you down. Call me Goldilocks, because I'm kicking you out. You're going out of the Thunderdome in a body bag, Bear. It's going down this Sunday. Ah!
Challenger. The bear. Will you be ready? July 3rd at 11 a.m. on Gratcast. Gratcast for this spectacle, for this man versus beast blood wrestling event.
Ready to blood wrestle, Bear? I'll take you down. I'm gonna make that blood real.
Join me.
That's what I'm gonna do to you, Bear.
On July 3rd for Thunderdome and a Gratcast production of blood wrestling. Man versus Bear. The original John Dosey versus the Bear. Sounds like it's going to be one brutal event. 2 men enter the Thunderdome, 1 leaves. Join us July 3rd, this Sunday, live on Gratcast for blood wrestling. Man versus Bear. Okay, that's enough time. What else do? Oh, we've got new Gratcast T-shirts.
Yeah, some of those. Those look pretty good. I like them.
Yeah, they're very cool. They're white with just the logo across, and they're great for summer. And it's summer.
Yeah, it is summer. You may not be able to tell just by watching, but it's not the hottest day ever, but it's a good one. It's a good one today.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It is hotter than hell, and our pool is currently being warmed for night swimming tonight.
Get this. Hot water from the kitchen sink attached to the hose all the way to the backyard to the pool with hot water to heat it warmly, as opposed to the pool guy, whom I don't know if you've shared this with people, fills it once a week, and just as it gets to a nice temperature, fills it with cold water to the right level, but then it's freezing and no one wants to swim in it. So at least this was a very smart invention.
Duct tape, another duct tape contraption.
Another, countless.
Yeah, the hose is running out the kitchen faucet out the door to the pool with a bunch of duct tape around it as a rubber seal in lieu of a good rubber seal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a plumber would walk in here and just shake his head.
Oh.
Throw down his tools and leave.
Am I allowed
What
to?
the hell kind of... What?
Well, if we're going to go on a rant of any sort, I mean, if there's something that's going to be said, and it's said about the house, which nothing against the landlord personally, he's a very nice guy. I just took a bath. Well, it was actually a shower, but because the drain doesn't want to fucking drain, it fills to your ankles, and you're washing your, bathing in your own sin, I suppose.
I hate the drains in here.
Not a fan.
I hate them. Like you get them, you plunge them, and they run good for a couple days, and then.
Yeah.
Then you gotta flush twice to flush a deuce.
Which is actually not fantasy. That is the 100% truth, and it's.
So it happens to you too?
I think it happens to. Well, you know,
Okay.
you know what else about this thing? Oh, here we go. Right now you're winding him up. Someone goes to the bathroom. They don't know that you should flush it twice, and they flush it and walk out, which arguably means they don't wash their hands, which is mildly disgusting. But anyway.
Did that happen at the party or something?
It happens all the time, and then they flush it, and it doesn't flush, but they walk out. It's
That
just
must
like
be your friends.
So I walk in, and I'm just like,
Well, actually, it could be some of my friends.
oh, I don't actually care who it is. It's that it happens.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
I'm not egg now.
I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm like Sherlock Holmes in it right now.
So if you know a good plumber, no.
We've had that thing roto-rooted.
I don't need to snake it all the way down.
It's like it happens with the weather or something. All of a sudden, it just like it'll stop and then it'll go again. I don't understand it.
It must be the interference from that comet that's headed this way.
Oh, is that the one that's hitting in October and wiping us all out, or?
No, I haven't heard of that one. Although that's an interesting one. It's just supposedly going to pass into the atmosphere, pass into the radius, and then when it goes by the sun, it's supposed to. You know what? I don't actually know what I'm talking about. It's a mix. It's a jumble of a bunch of things.
It sounds like this
is
the meteorite that's bringing Superman here as a baby.
Only it was a missed shot, because apparently it's going to miss.
Watch out, Illinois.
Yes.
There's
Illinois.
Keep your eye on the sky in Illinois for the next.
But hey, he's not kidding. Farmland. Watch it. If the government says nothing happened, they're lying.
There's a Kryptonian baby on the loose.
Or something. We'll just leave it at that.
Well, okay. Well, now that we've reduced it right down to brass tacks between you and me with the comic books, Well,
ahead.
how about you say your story about how you ended up here today? The one you started earlier, your origin story, so to speak.
Oh,
The backstory up to today.
that's a long, long story. And I
That's
don't
where
think,
you started it.
You mean from when I met?
Yeah, you said you were doing.
Yeah,
you said you were doing.
yes, which I can totally do.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. So, anyways, all right. I know. First time. So I'm doing extra work,
Right.
and
Like Andre does.
so I'm doing extra work. He already wants to walk into the story. I just wanted me to tell the story. So I walk in. You're an ass. So I'm doing extra work. You got to make money. So I end up getting a 4 consecutive days on the office. I meet Andrea on the first day. We don't really talk a whole lot, a little bit, and then the final 3 days, there were like 4 or 5 of us that we all just kind of hung out together. It was great.
The smokers club.
Yeah.
If you were hanging out with Andre, you were in the smokers club.
Yeah.
You guys
For
were on
sure.
cigarette break every time you could.
All right, well,
I've
fair
worked
enough.
with Andre before.
Exposed. I'm exposed. Exposed smoker if I don't look like it. Anyway, but I don't know.
You didn't want that, no? I'm sorry.
It's, Anyway, no. Anyway, we're inside the office, which was actually pretty fun. It was kind of fun. Yeah, I did say pretty fun and then kind of fun. So okay, I reduced it. There were times when it was a lot of fun, and then there were times when it
Being
wasn't.
an extra isn't exactly a thrill a minute.
It's interesting, but it's just
interesting.
like I've been told, and I'm like, it's so funny because so many things are like this. Hurry up to wait. So, hurry up and get ready so you can wait. So when we're ready, then we can go. But you guys get ready anyway.
Yeah. I know.
You get ready for the shoot. You go down. You get your positions, and it's you wait.
To hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Just wait. Just wait. So, there were times when we were waiting, and I happened to be positioned near Andrew or something, and we would just talk, and everybody here clearly knows Andrew, yes?
Yes.
Of
Everybody
course.
knows Andrea Vall, our
Andrea Vall.
producer, roommate, Chris's girlfriend,
Actress.
hot chick.
Hot chick.
I'm gonna while you're telling your story, I gotta check the chat and see if anything's going on.
Yeah, the chat. The chat.
But anyway, background on the office.
Yeah, so we're talking,
Day
and,
four.
and it's funny because what do people do when they work? You know, when you meet someone and you're working, what's the best bond? Bitch about work. So, you know, there were things that weren't fun that we were just like talking about, and it was, I don't know. I thought the 5 of us bonded really well, and apparently all 5 of us did not bond well, as I'm only friends with Andrea now. But they're still, you know, good peeps. I don't really particularly mind.
That's the way it goes though when you do
Yeah.
that. That's just that's the way it goes.
I tried to do what I thought wasn't going to be ridiculous. So I'm like, every extra shoot I go on, I'm going to try to make one friend. Like one friend, right? It's not going to be the closest friend, but just a friend, someone you can communicate
Yeah, why
with.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrea was the first. And the last. So,
That's the odds in Hollywood.
well, for me,
making
I
a
mean, look at
friend.
me, but whatever.
Well,
There's
if
millions of
you
people out
want to
there.
make a real friend in Hollywood,
Yeah.
that's about the numbers you're working with.
Yeah.
Really, that's the odds.
Yeah.
And
It
this
takes a long time.
this isn't even working.
No. Well, if you're sending any questions,
It says we've got 0 viewers.
I hope
for sure.
I hope we answered them. Though. I mean, you know, that, I would want to. Anyway, so I'm talking telling this story to nobody. So, okay. So I might as well finish the damn story then.
So you met. We were friends. Then Kris and Andrea moved to Buffalo to do The Perfect House for half. How long were they gone?
3 months?
Oh, it was longer than that,
4
wasn't it?
months. 5 months.
Yeah, they left right before
July.
Easter,
Oh,
and
really?
then came
Oh,
back
right.
in after Chris's mom's wedding in was it September or October? September, because that's when we moved in here.
Yeah.
So we were friends right before Easter,
Yeah.
all of us friends. Then they went and did The Perfect House. We all went, came back. When they came back, we all moved in here together.
That's right.
It's like I know.
Guys. He's got it going on.
I'm
hey
sorry,
guys.
I was trying to figure it
hey
out.
everybody that's watching. Oh.
Do you have anything to add to that? I mean, I just hit the this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened.
Just it was kind of like, Andrew was dating Kris, and I had to meet the boyfriend before I could hang out alone with her. And part of me was like, that's so ridiculous. It's not even funny. And then the other half of me was just like, you're a dumbass. How would you feel? Put yourself in that position. It's just like, well, yeah, I guess that makes actually complete sense. But then I met Kris, and it was just like, there was honestly an instant connection. We both love ice hockey. He unfortunately loves the Sabres, who I don't think have ever won.
But you never would have gotten to ice hockey if it hadn't been for Madden.
That's a good point, because actually I went over there to watch some football. No, I don't know. I think I went over there first to watch some hockey.
Really?
No.
I thought you guys played Madden at first. When we first got the PlayStation, you guys always played Madden.
Yeah, but when I first met, it wasn't. We didn't play any video games. We just watched sports. And I think the first things we watched were hockey before they moved out of their other place in Hollywood.
Gotcha.
Before they left.
I keep jumping ahead.
That's okay. That's all right.
I suck at this.
You got more experience than I do.
You're doing good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut up now.
I'm just ranting. Oh no, you just want me to rant and just think.
No, I just want you to tell your story without me cutting it off or like ending it like way before it should or ruining it any more than I already have.
It's not like it's the greatest story never told. Okay, it's just a story. But so I go over there and start hanging out though, and it's fine. Every time I go over there, they're like cooking like they're barbecuing like buffalo wings and just a whole bunch of weird shit. I'm like, holy shit, man, what are these guys doing? And he loves the hockey and football, and I'm pretty strong into both, and it's just like, all right, you got this big screen TV, and it's like, oh, you got me a boyfriend. I'm like, yeah, well, thanks. Thanks, Andrea. Guys, I mean, I just, and while I definitely think that I definitely think that Kris is a little rough around the edges. Just a little.
I hadn't noticed. You sure? Which edge?
The outside edge.
Is that what all that crust is?
No idea what that is.
He's a crusty guy.
Crusty old guy. He's not even old.
Touch him and you bleed. Nah, he's a big teddy bear.
He is a big teddy bear, regardless of what everyone
He's got
sees.
a soft heart.
He does have a soft heart.
Otherwise, Bear would probably be dead.
Seriously, guys, he would be.
Anyway, you finally met Kris.
And girls. And what's going on?
So you met Kris, came over and decided that it was a cool place to be because of the food.
I met them. I witnessed that. You came over. I met Mike Garrow, who.
Oh, you were there for Mike Garrow pleading with Jamie, wrapped around her leg on the floor that night because he was so annihilated.
Which was definitely an interesting night.
Oh my God!
It was so interesting to me. And what was even more interesting was, since I didn't really know Andrea very well, because it was only one of the first times I really hung out with her and you all, she's just like, oh fuck it, I might as well just say it, right? She's just like, oh, I drink. No, okay, cover your ears. This is just for you guys. Oh, I drink and I never get drunk, and I only get buzzed, and I really never get too fucked up. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, not being a big drinker, at all, and she just, by the end of the night, she was drunk. That's pretty. And not to imply that she was totally out of control, but I mean, she was definitely
tipsy, slurring her speech, probably.
She bit Kris on the chest, I think, in fun, but. In front of everyone, she's just like, I'm like,
crazy girls.
I'm like, this boy got his hands full, girl. Are you gonna try to put sound effects and stuff in here?
Probably.
Did you really?
Yeah. I'll cover that one up with a good one. Unless it came out really good, I'll just leave it.
Not bad, not bad. I don't know how this mic works.
Well, we're about to find. There's going to be an awful lot of extra noise today because it's too fucking hot to shut the door and the window while we're in here. With all this electronic stuff. We've even got a fan going in here.
Gotta keep
Luckily, it's nice and quiet.
Yeah, it's got to keep the computer cool.
Yeah, fuck you, Apple, one more time. Is that enough?
Steve Jobs.
Nah, it wasn't Steve's fault.
I was thinking of something. Are you pretty shameless? Is that the idea? Like a shameless, like when it comes to promoting your stuff?
No, I do possess some shame. Like I can go a little extreme, but not.
You're never like. Oh, that's right. You know what? This Sunday, you guys, you got to check out the Brawl for It All.
Is that what it's going to be called?
I like the way that sounds.
I like the way that sounds. The Brawl for It All. What is it?
The Brawl for It All in the Thunderdome. Clearly you guys must have heard of the Thunderdome. It may not be the actual Thunderdome. It's just more of a modern day type Thunderdome, but that's okay.
It's a Hollywood Hills Thunderdome.
But man, bear, going at it. Should be interesting.
Whoa. What?
That should be interesting.
Man, bear, going at it?
Well, certainly not man, bear. You know, come on.
What's going on in our backyard?
Well, I guess you're probably gonna have to tune in for the preview.
Next Sunday. No, this Sunday.
This Sunday, right? Or is that Monday? I don't know. Anyway.
Sunday, Bloody Sunday by U2.
Which is a great song.
Sunday, Bloody Sunday.
And after Sunday, somebody may be singing that song to either the Bear or to the original
John Dosey,
Kris Hulbert. So
it's the Throwdown in Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Or the, what did you call it?
The Brawl for It All. I'm a fan.
2 people walk in, 1 peeper.
Apparently they've merged and morphed into something else.
Peeper is the stuff back home that makes noise at night.
Well, I know Peeps are those little Easter marshmallows. Don't like them? What about candy corn?
No.
Easily distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Candy corn.
You like candy corn?
I don't like it too much, but a little bit's okay.
I'm a milk chocolate kind of guy.
I'm one of like the only people I know who's not like I love chocolate, I love milk chocolate. And you'd think by the look of me that I would, but clearly, or well, not clearly, but I just don't. And it's just like,
Really? You don't like beer either, really? Or any alcohol for that matter?
well, that's because it all tastes like shit.
It does that.
And everyone's like, oh, here I go. And everyone's just like, oh, it's an acquired taste. It's an acquired taste. I'm just like, well, why would I want to acquire the taste? It's like, hey, eating a piece of shit, man. You love it, but you gotta acquire the taste. You're not gonna pick a piece of shit and eat and be like, you're right, I do like you. No. So, yeah, that's my analogy. And it's not that I don't drink, it's I just choose to drink very limited, and I'm not getting into it. I'm not going to explain it again. To all these people out here.
The way I heard it, when you drink, you fight.
No, when I drink, I get my ass beat, I think should be what it really is.
I wasn't going to say that.
But I don't, yeah.
You could have been.
It's okay. It's okay. You must have humility.
That's why I don't drink around you guys.
Yeah, you stupid motherfuckers. 1, 2, 3.
We got to fill up 5 more minutes somehow.
5 more minutes?
If anybody cares, we're gonna go for it though. And what, you know how we're gonna do it, John?
We're gonna play some music. A shameless plug.
We're gonna talk about Rush.
One of the best bands of all time. It's a fact. It's documented in that Rush DVD. You should watch it. It's good.
So we watched Rush Beyond the Lighted Stage, which just won some awards as a documentary
I'm
film.
not surprised. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. The Rush last summer, like the day after I left to Buffalo to go film The Perfect House for a month, the day after I flew out of town, Rush were getting their star on the Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, really?
I wept.
Wow.
I wept. And then this movie was also going around like small independent theaters at the time, and it was playing in Buffalo, and I was trying to find where it was playing, but it was such like filming the Perfect House was just such a maddening, frenetic schedule that there was just no time to go to the movies once it started. So I had to wait until it came out on Blu-ray, and I got that the same day that I got the history of 2112 and Moving Pictures for you on your birthday last year.
One of the best gifts ever.
And we finally, yeah, you're welcome.
Yes.
We finally got to watch yours. We watched mine a while ago, and then we got
in
to
the
watch
summer.
yours.
I got it in the winter. We watched it in the summer. But you know what? We fucking watched it.
It's, oh
It's
my
more
god.
than I can say for you assholes. All 0 of you
Yeah.
assholes.
Yeah. See what happens when you watch. You don't get you're not an asshole if you watch.
Right.
So, if you want, it's like self-improvement, self-help. Watching Gratcast.
I could go more. I could talk about the fact that our neighborhood, North Hollywood, specifically Tujunga Boulevard, is like a siren fest. Right?
It's like a goddamn 24-hour circus.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
I can't
I
believe
seriously
one has
call that
got
our
that.
soundtrack, but maybe I should have said our score. But still, it's like, I'm telling you, 5-6 times a day, it feels like, on an
Yeah.
average. It's...
And not to mention trying to drive down the street. You got bicycles, you got ice cream
Jesus.
guys, you got corn
skateboarders,
guys.
corn guys, you got kids getting out of
people
school.
walking.
Aren't you out of school
Random
yet?
pets running
it's already
around.
July. What? Aren't you out of school yet? Anyway, like...
Dogs and cats all over the place.
Yeah, it's just
Like
crazy.
people trying to peek around, there's always horns because the traffic out here is weird because they have to pull so far out of the street
Yeah,
to
and
be
now
able to see where to
Mexico's
go.
playing soccer right now, and they're honking or they're blowing their
Fireworks all the
I don't
time.
even know. It's
Yeah, we live right in Little Mexico.
Yeah.
Tujunga Studios is right in the heart of Little Mexico.
which isn't that bad. I mean, the street vendors actually
No.
have pretty decent food.
I love it here.
Some of the corn, yeah. Some guys have the shaved ice, right? Never got one, but
I love it here. Creepy ice cream guy, truck at night at all.
have you discussed that with the sonar ping as the ice cream song?
It's slowly moving ice
Oh,
cream
yeah, yeah.
truck goes across the street with this blue fluorescent light over its serving window, and since it's late at night, you're not allowed to play ice cream music, I assume.
Yeah.
So they just do this little sonor.
But you know this
sound.
because you guys have stopped the said sonar ice cream truck.
I believe Andrea was the only one brave enough to do that.
Of course it was the girl.
Well, she's the tough guy.
I'm sure you guys didn't even talk about the party house, right? That probably never comes up. Across the street.
Oh, we gotta talk about the party house. How much time do we got? We've got only a minute.
Only a minute. There's a party house across the street.
It's got great lighting, loud music, all kinds of
Yeah,
Hollywood
awesome.
people hanging out there, supposedly.
Yeah. Allegedly, movie stars and celebrities would go there.
And smoke.
But then there was a bomb scare, which I believe there was a bomb scare, and now they don't go there.
Something like that. Yeah.
Pictures may be posted of this area.
We're jealous. We want to get in, but we haven't yet. Me and Brandon crashed it one night, and then me and Wayne went over and invited him to Gratfest 1 the other weekend.
Yes, that's right.
And they didn't show up.
Which was a blast, by the way.
It was.
That was you actually segued that real nice. But anyway, that was actually, that was pretty good. It was a fun time. If you weren't there, you
Gratfest was
missed
a pretty
out.
good time.
But
Beer
there's
pong.
always going to be more.
We projected the Perfect House on the side of our house, and people sat out on their blankets and watched it.
Which was
Drive-in
amazing.
style.
And then even more amazing is right after that,
Oh, yes.
I got to play some NHL on the big screen. It was huge.
Through a big PA even.
It's awesome. Went 4-0, 3 shutouts, 1 goal scored against us in 4 games. Not bad.
Jhon doesn't lose video games.
Then there, we don't have to get into that. But anyway,
Never. You're like Deadeye.
I'd love to embrace that. Though. I'd love to embrace that persona. That's just not true.
All right, so we're at the 30-minute mark. We got to cut it off. Boss says no longer than 30 minutes. So, thank you for hanging out with us at Gratcast episode 20. I'd like to make a special thank you to our guest host / roommate, Jhon Hoadley.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
It was
you,
a
Jhon.
pleasure. Thank you very much.
Good work.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
See ya.
Peace.